For the policy analysis, we'll be looking at affordable housing as a policy issue. Here in the state of Florida, there's a lack of affordable housing. This is caused by a number of issues, a growing population, a lack of housing, and just simply decreased wages. So for cities like Tampa and Orlando, in 2018, Tampa had an increase of approximately 51,000 individuals. And then the city of Orlando had an increase in approximately 60,000 individuals. As these populations continue to grow, there's a lack of housing, particularly affordable housing. One study found that between 2000 and 2017, while there were 718,166 rental units added to the renters market, most of those properties were greater than $1,000. And then there were 43,956 rental units that were taken out of the renters market where the rent was less than $1,000, which would have been affordable for a low-income family. Another sort of sad statistic is just the fact that of every 100 low-income household, there is only 23 available and affordable rental units available. So this is a long-going issue. William E. Sadowski was a previous House of Representative member here in the state of Florida. He would go on to be the Community Development Secretary under Governor Lon Childs. When he was killed in a plane crash in 1992, they created the William E. Sadowski Affordable Housing Trust Fund. This was specifically supposed to be for the building and maintenance of affordable housing, but unfortunately the funding for this project has been diverted to other issues. The three criteria created for analysis were effectiveness, equity, and efficiency. I chose effectiveness as number one because we want to make sure that whatever policy is chosen, it can increase the number of affordable housing. For equity, you want to make sure that all housing created is fair for all low-income families. And then for efficiency, we wanted to make sure that the benefits associated with the increase in housing was greater than the cost. The three alternatives identified were building more affordable housing, repurpose existing buildings, and then providing funding for those who are willing to live in rural areas. Using a matrix, for effectiveness, I found that repurposing housing was more effective. Not only does it allow for the reuse of abandoned buildings, such as apartment complexes and houses, but it also allows for them to change those into housing for more individuals. Building housing is also effective. It specifically addresses the issue at hand. Equity, I felt like just simply building a house would allow to make sure anybody assisting with that would be allowed to make sure that those houses were fair among all low-income families. Compared to repurposing housing, it would depend on the quality and the shape of the building. For efficiency, like I said, I felt like repurposing housing was more efficient of the three policies. Rural funding was consistently the lowest, as it would allow people to sort of determine what they feel like is quality or not quality, and in reality it may not be as well as people may think. So for the purpose of this analysis, I felt like repurposing old apartments and houses was a better policy option. It will definitely be my recommendation and choice of policies regarding this issue. Thank you for listening to this presentation.